My name is Sanyonga Drake, and I'm going to be taking you through using VirtualBox. So you open VirtualBox, Oracle VM VirtualBox. So start using. When you open, you go to new. You may have to find it when new. Welcome to VirtualBox, the message that opens. So you have to create it like virtual machine wizard. Then go to next. Then they will tell you the virtual machine name and the OS type. So you give it a desirable name. For example, if you want to create using Ubuntu, you can say Ubuntu. It will be detected automatically, and as you can see, operating system will be Linux and the version will be Ubuntu. Then you say next. Then the next window asks us for the RAM. There is RAM in megabytes. That is, so you can assign it 512. Usually you don't have to assign it more than half of your memory, of your base memory, because it will have errors while running. Then next. So I don't have any virtual disk. I don't have any hard disk. The hard disk is virtual, so you need to create a virtual hard disk. I just deleted it. Then you can say next. Then a window will pop up with create new virtual hard disk. Then you can say next. When you go to next, there are two types of hard disks you can create. There is dynamically expanding storage and fixed size storage. So in most cases you can select dynamically expanding storage because it initially takes little space on your hard disk, and it depends on how your guest operating system will use the space. That's how it will keep on expanding. But fixed size storage, it's fixed. The size is fixed and it's on your hard disk. Yes, so you allocate a given disk space, maybe 15 gigabytes. It depends on the OS you're installing or the OS you want to run. So for dynamically expanding storage, which many people like to select, you can say next. And then so this is here they're saying press the select button to select the location of a file to store the hard disk data or file name in the entry field. Yeah, you can change that by going here. You can change the folder you want to save that, but usually it's in your local disk C. Then you go to users, then the username, then the VirtualBox hard disks. That's where you will find your hard disk you are going to create. Then they tell you to select the size of the virtual hard disk in megabytes. This size is reported to the guest OS as maximum size of this disk. So you can select, maybe, no, I like using 15 gigabytes. It doesn't limit my guest OS. And I can proceed and I say next, then finish. Once I finish that, I will creating a new virtual hard disk. I'll have name Ubuntu, OS type Ubuntu, base memory 512, boot hard disk ubuntu.vdi, no more 15 gigabytes. Then I can say finish. Once that is done, I can open my virtual hard disk, but I have the ISO file of Ubuntu, so I have to configure it such that Ubuntu, my virtual machine, runs from that ISO file. Yes, so to get that ISO file, I stored it somewhere in my programs. It's here. It depends on where you store your ISO file. I downloaded it from the Ubuntu. So I'm going to copy it to my desktop so that it can be clearly seen by all of you. I'm pasting it on my desktop. It's copying, as you can see here. As it's copying, I can go through some of the settings. Yeah, the basic, that's the snapshot folder. When you take a snapshot, where it will be stored. Then description, you can say the description. For example, it's working in good working state. That's what they mean by description. So then the system, you can select system, you can select the boot order, floppy, CD or DVD, hard disk, and then the network. Those ones, it's usually better you leave them as default. Processor also there. It depends on your computer. If your computer can support like hardware virtualization, you can be able to assign processors to your virtual machine. Then video memory, I'm going to increase it to maybe 128 because that's the maximum I have. Then I enable 3D. And storage, it's storage whereby I have to add my Ubuntu ISO file. So when you come here to empty IDE controller, so sometimes you may find that you have to add that IDE controller. You have a SATA controller which is linked to this, like it's assigned to this Ubuntu virtual disk you created. So now this empty IDE controller, you must change it. Then you put that, you can browse it, you browse the file you have to add. It's in CD or DVD images, you can just add it. Let me first remove these ones and I show you. I've also removed it. Then you can add it manually. Come to add. Then mine is on the desktop, so come to the desktop, then I click it, then I select it. So now it's there as Ubuntu 11.04 disk i386 is the version. Then you can select it. After selecting, you can say OK. Or if you want to add some other features like network adapters, here we have a network adapter. It's better you choose bridged adapter. Then it will select the family Ethernet. Then another one, you can enable it. Then you select again bridged. I advise you to select bridged. Then here you can select the wireless card. Then adapter 3, also enable it. Then you can go on to select bridge. Then you also select Microsoft virtual Wi-Fi mini port adapter, and you'll be done. Then you can power it on, because here after it has saved those things, because right now it's saving them, that's why the start icon is not active. So now you can start it. I'm starting the virtual machine. As you can see, the window is opening. That's Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, beginners, you have to read through that, through the I want to use it in full screen mode. You can see. So you have to leave it to load. Yes, I think that is clear. So thank you. I'll be posting another tutorial soon. Thank you for